My grandpa lived next door to me, so he was my after-school childcare, and like whenever my mom was busy childcare, so we go to my grandma and grandpa's house. My grandpa would bring me up here, pull up every day in a station wagon, and I just start running around here, jumping up here, doing all this stuff. Playing around here is my playground. It's the history that's here, and we're just trying to increase business and make it better. So I'm Daniel Edwards. You should say your name.
Yeah, I'm Ebony Edwards.
Why do we buy a lumber yard? We're actually at Albert Tamm Lumber Company, which is located at the intersection of 18th Street and 70 Highway. Albert Tamm started here in 1950, and they've been selling lumber out of this particular location since the 1800s. We actually have recently, as of January 1, changed from Albert Tamm to Eastside Lumber because our goal is to rebuild the East Side. Eastside Lumber is important to Kansas City and to the East Side because we're physically going to go rebuild the East Side. But then hopefully we can serve as an economic hub as well to generate a new economy on the East Side as well. It's shifting from a small local neighborhood retail company. We want to work with community invested builders, contractors around Kansas City that know we want to rebuild the East Side, and we want to be super transparent in our margins, our pricing, and how we supply them. So that way we can supply them more projects and increase our balance sheet so we can leverage that to go rebuild the East Side.
Why would we see so much potential or so many potential impacts, I guess, in a lumberyard? There is a lack of infrastructure, and there is not an ecosystem for rebuilding communities of color in poor neighborhoods. That we are probably always, especially when it comes to space, we always see space as an asset and is a way to convene people together.
We're the only Black-owned lumberyard in the country that we have found, which is a systemic problem in general. But to have a successful, well-run Black-owned company that is a multi-million-dollar company today and is growing from there, and having that be a beacon of the Black community here in Kansas City on the East Side, where we offer our space to help facilitate other people's projects, dreams, other things like that. We're somebody that people can call and be like, yo, how did you do this? How did you negotiate the deal? How do we run this? I'm like, where's your bookkeeper? Where is this person? Like, I'm asking people now, like, where are your systems? Communities of color, poor neighborhoods, below market rate neighborhoods often rely on other people to rebuild their community. Neighborhoods don't know how to rebuild themselves. Let's equip neighbors with the capacity to go rebuild ourselves so we can just rebuild and create our own ecosystems. So no new construction is happening in the urban core. And so we said, well, this is a business model. We got the land, we got 38 lots. Like, let's just start with what we have. And as opposed to being a custom home builder, let's see if we can become a volume housing provider.
The very first thing that we did when we got here was clear out this space and host a party because the social aspect of rebuilding is just as important. I mean, there's so many opportunities that space provides people, and yet those spaces are just few and far in between in neighborhoods of color and in poor communities. There really is a lack of building stock, especially in this neighborhood. We talk about all the time that, and we live in our neighborhood and we have to always go to other neighborhoods. My contribution to real estate development is understanding the ways that communities are built to facilitate resiliency and to help people really live the highest quality of life that they can.
There's a verse that says, now to him who can do super abundantly more than we can ever ask or imagine. And that word, super abundant, is actually a one word. It's not two words, it's one word. And we realized that's a new value system that we should have for our communities is super abundance. Okay, an old castle. This would be a really great place to do something. Oh, this vacant blighted land. Oh, this could be a really great place to do something. Oh, this old lumber yard. This could be a really great place to do something.
Yeah, our brand promise is to build a better life, and that's something that we want to do for our employees, every person that walks in our door, You know, every person that doesn't walk through our door, that just kind of rides down the street or lives in this neighborhood, that knows who we are, going back to, you know, us and like what our company stands for.
Actually being a business on the east side that is impacting the east side and not just located here is really important to us. We went to so many different companies, we went to so many different lenders to try to get funding to purchase this nostalgic place, but the numbers didn't work, the business model didn't work for traditional market rate lenders. And if it wasn't for the EDC and the relationships of just like really good people there, we wouldn't be here.